Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back at Your Gaming, and we are playing Scrap Mechanic again. Today I'm gonna do a tutorial. There has been a request to do one at how to make a semi-truck. So we're gonna make a semi-truck today. We might take a few more than one episodes to do it, but yeah, by the end of this tutorial you should be able to make a truck like I made in one of my first movies, and probably able to expand on it, adjust it, tweak it to your liking. So let's get started, shall we? So first of all, we're gonna pick the blocks that we want. The basic blocks to begin with. We want the steering wheel, we want the passenger seat, and we want the metal blocks. Why the metal blocks? Because a truck is supposed to be a heavy piece of machinery, so it's a heavy vehicle and we're gonna do that. And look at this, they added new stuff, so maybe we even add a sleeping cabin. Anyway, let's get started. Oh, and don't forget the engine, but we already have it here. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna put down 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Okay. So my idea was, when I made my truck, was to make it look a bit realistic compared to the size of your character. He's this big, so I want to make a truck like in real life that has a certain size compared to the human body. So we do that here as well. So first of all, we're gonna install the steering wheel. Okay, that's one. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna maybe 2 rows. We might tweak a little bit, we might delete stuff during this tutorial, so I advise you to watch this whole series first before you start building as well. But I like to have 1 row between the driver and the passenger seat, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we do it that way as well. Okay. So this is your basic beginning of your cabin. If you look at it, there will be a bit more to the sides, and once it's completed it has a better picture, but I think it's pretty realistic compared to the size of the people. Okay, so what we're gonna do next, we're gonna put an extra layer at the side, because we're gonna make the doors here. We're gonna put one here as well. There we go. And one at the back. So next step is we're gonna decide how high the cabin should be. So press the Q button to switch between the different directions of your blocks, what way they go. So let's go up here. Keep in mind, we might adjust this later on, but for now it's just to get a feel of the cabin. The problem is, once you have a cabin, that as soon as you get out of the seats, you bump into the roof, so there might be a bit of tweaking over there. Oh, wrong button. So let's see. See, we might want to add 2 more blocks, I suppose. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's see. Cool. Let's connect those. Hey, what's going on here? Guess it's because I by accident deleted a part. Okay, there we go. Nice. Don't worry if you mess things up a little bit, you can simply delete it. We go, so the cabin starts to get a bit of a shape. Now we're gonna see what else we're gonna add. So the important thing is that we have enough space for the doors and to build a little dashboard over here. Underneath the dashboard the engines will be placed, so we're gonna do that in a moment. So we have a general idea of the cabin. What we want to do is we're gonna make a door that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 blocks. So just as a reference, we're gonna put 2 blocks here, so we know that the door is gonna come over here. What's going on? Why is there an extra? Okay. So yeah, the door is gonna come over here. And now we're gonna make the dashboard. You place about 2 or 3. Let's get in first person. Yeah, it can be. See, this is what I mean. As soon as you jump out of your seat, you jump up. So that's why you want to have a little bit of extra space up there, so your character doesn't get stuck. It's also why you want to make the door a certain size. So he can maneuver out a bit more easy. Okay, so let's play. So then we're gonna make it 1, 2, maybe 1 more or 2 more. Let's see. The engine block is about, if we place it over here, this is just a test, so we're gonna check. Yeah, 1, 2, so that might be a bit big, but that's okay, because we can always just do this, and then we put the engines over here. And we're gonna make 2 engine blocks, because that gives the truck a bit more power. And why do we need power? Because we're gonna have trailers as well. So let's have a look. If we close this off. How will that look? A bit big, so let's remove this extra row. There we go. Oh, that looks alright, I suppose. Maybe we can remove 1 more row. Yeah, let's do that. So again, building something is a lot about visuals and what looks good to you. Maybe you want a bigger nose on the truck. I prefer a little bit smaller. Then again, I'm European, so our trucks have flat noses in general anyway. And this tutorial is just to give you an idea how to make one, and from there on you can build your own. Okay, so we got the engines installed, so we're gonna close it around. Now we're gonna place the headlights. I like to put 2 down, maybe we can make 4. What's going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, yeah, I see what I done. Okay, so we're gonna move that one, that one, that one. There we go. And sorry for that message popping up. I'm not sure if you can see it in the final movie. If you do, then my apologies. Some program said it had an update, and I don't want to restart this whole movie again, so. Okay, we might have to remove one more layer, because we don't want the there we go. So what we're gonna add is a raster. So there I get a metal window. No, we are looking for was it no. Which one was it again? Ah, there. So we're gonna put that over here. Let's see. There we go. Nice. That way you get the feeling of an engine compartment, I would say. And you know what, maybe it looks nice if we put more lights over here. Oh, but before we're gonna place that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna link the engines to the driver's seat. And we're gonna put this up till about there. You want the power to be pretty high, because it will be very heavy. So just to make sure your truck goes anywhere in a regular speed, that would be the best solution. Okay, so our cabin starts to have a nice shape. We get the idea. So let's proceed. We're gonna add another layer down here. Where did we go? Another layer here. So I'm not gonna close the entirety underneath the cabin, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna start working on the wheels. So to get an idea, we want the wheels to be up in the front, so let's get the, and we take the big wheels, by the way, not the small ones but the big wheels, so we can put that one over there. We want the let's see, adds bounce and stability, great for vehicles to burn them from easily tipping over. The suspension is small, firmer bounce. Let's go for the sport. And the off-road looks like off-road is a bit bigger. Well, there is a lot of off-road in this game, so we're gonna stick with the off-road ones, but if you want to use the sports, then that's up to you. Yeah. So we have to keep in mind that the size of the wheel is not touching the so we're gonna put it around here. So what we need to do is we're gonna make the steering mechanism The problem is, however, if I put this here and then say the suspension doesn't attach to it, so that sucks. I hope they will fix that. That it will be possible. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place an extra block, and we want to do it about here, and then 1, 2. So you know, 1, 2, and then oh, there. Okay, so we're gonna put the suspension there. There we go. Go. And now I wonder, yeah, okay, I made a mistake, sorry guys. You want to place down that one first. Then you put a block on it, and this will make sure that we can actually steer. Why do I use two different ones, not like other people just put one here and then work beneath it? Because I like my wheels to turn separately from each other. It turns a bit more realistic than when I make a bar that will steer the wheels for me. This way I don't need as much turning space as well underneath my truck, so that's why I choose this way. Okay, so we have the suspensions, then we're gonna put the wheels here. And they are called a bearing, so we're gonna put a bearing up here and a bearing up there, and the wheel. As you can see, I should have a bit of space, enough for a turning angle. And if not, then we will have to adjust it later on, but for now it should be fine. Cool. Now that we have done that, we can add another layer here, I think. Might not be a good idea to close it entirely, so let's just use the outer blocks. Here we go, okay. And we do the same here, about 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And our cabin starts to get a nice shape. Cool. So the next thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna work a bit more on the cabin, and then especially the doors. So let's put a bearing there, bearing there, and the door should be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, wrong mouse button. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going up. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that should be enough. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now what we're gonna do next, and this is just for testing, we're gonna grab a controller, put it on the engine. We don't need engines anymore, and make sure you have a switch. We're gonna put the controller just over here. We will work it away nicely later on, but for the test put it down here. Why? Because we want to make sure that the door can close, so we're gonna put that there, there, sorry. So at the start, and then when we press the button it will be okay, that's wrong. We have to go the other way, sorry, my bad. Okay, let's remove. Yeah, that will happen, no worries. We will fix that later, but oh. And as you can see, the door opens and closes as it should, so that's great. Though we might want to add an extra. Yeah, we might want to make the door a bit bigger. So let's do that. Let's put you down here. Let's remove you. Let's remove you. You and you. And remove you. Okay, let's put the bearing down here. Here, and one. Okay, let's go up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's repeat. So go. Let's remove that one again. Wait, what's going on? Okay, something. Well, this is interesting. Okay, so let's remove the wheels because it tends to bug for now. That's new. But we know where we want it anyway, so let's remove that. That and that. So now it should make it more easier to just make the cabin. And now it works. Cool. Let's do the same over here, just to test. And you do go 90 degrees that way. Done. And test. So our doors are working, but with closed doors I will show you. If I sit in a driver cabin, I can check to my left, and that's not really safe when driving. So once we get out of here, there we go. What we're gonna do is we need at least one bar, so let's go delete all of this, and the same here, all of that. Now it should still close. Ta-da! Put a block there and there, it shouldn't interfere too much. So now we have a nice window, and we're gonna do the same over here. Close you. One there, one there. And our truck begins to get a nice shape. So when I look here, ta-da! You know what? We can add another layer even. Oh, that's not good. So let's open the door. Let's make it one block higher, so you really get this feeling of a closed truck. Oh, whoopsie. 3, 4. Let's see. You go there. See, that's why you have to double check if it's in order, because it doesn't always attach to it where you want it. So that seems to work. Cool. So we left some space open here. We're gonna use that space at the passenger seat for the controller, and the switch will be on the outside, but we're gonna link it up to buttons in the car. So let's do that now. And once we did that, that will be the end of the first training or tutorial of this how to make a truck, because it takes about 30 minutes already. It's a bit much, so let's do that. So we can remove that one again, we can remove that one. Be gone. Okay, so let's get into the truck. Oh, we want a nice wooden dashboard, don't you guys agree? So let's do that. Let's remove you, and let's put you there. Nice. Let's see. Okay, that's taken already. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put down the controller for the left door here and right door here. Okay, 1, 2. Let's remove you. Let's use that. Oh. There we go. And you should still have enough leg space. Ta-da! Only thing is when this door opens, then you still have an opening there, but as I said, you can adjust it to your liking. Maybe you want to get rid let's get rid of that. It's not too bad when it's in view, right? So let's keep it that way, and then we're gonna put these on the doors. So let's put that over here and here. Okay, now we're gonna connect this one there and you there. Okay. Now we have to adjust degrees. But we want to start with truck close, so there, that one goes, because you have to press the button to open the door. There we go. When it's pressed, it's going 90 degrees that way. and you go 90 degrees that way. Now when I press the button, you see red is closed, green, it opens! Haha! However, when we are in the truck we don't want to get out and press the button, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna link this one to the driver's seat, that one to the passenger seat. That way when you're in the driver's seat you press 1, I can open and close the door without moving. Let's check the passenger seat. When you have a passenger, he can close his door as well. How about that? So as you can see, the cabin starts to have a nice shape. And with that, we're gonna close off this first tutorial in how to make a truck. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave behind a like, subscribe if you want to, would help out my channel a lot. Leave behind a comment if you have any questions or just want to comment on things or have some tips. Everyone has their own style on how to build things, so keep that in mind when you put down a comment about how it should be done. So yeah, I see you all next time in the next tutorial on how to make this truck. Thank you for watching. This was Your Gaming at Scrap Mechanic. Have a nice day.